See it, hear it, think it. Talk Radio and Talk TV.
Hello, good evening. It's Petrie here until 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. And coming up at midnight, it is your chance to talk back. So we're going to be talking about being prepared. Are you a prepper? Are you prepared for a disaster? Because the Deputy Prime Minister has been talking about it and saying that we all need to prepare to go back to the analogue era. Does that mean video cassettes? Oh. Van Connor joins me now. Van.
I would be doomed. I would be absolutely doomed, Petrie. I'm not even gonna lie. I would be doomed.
Do you not have an FM radio or anything like that?
No, I barely have a DVD player. It's 2023.
Well, be prepared. You might want to listen to watch the show afterwards, because there's going to be people telling you what you need to get prepared. Sounds like I need to keep listening. After you
this,
really do.
By the way, the Black Mirror episode you're on about is the first episode of season 2 with Hayley Atwell and Donald Gleeson, and it's called Be Right Back.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's really haunting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really haunting. Thank you for that. Now, let's have a look at the films you've got. There's Something in the Barn. Now, that sounds like a horror movie to me.
It's a horror comedy. I know how you feel about horror, so I went horror comedy. I thought I'll split the difference, meet you halfway. Yeah. So, new movie, written and directed by Magnus Martins. Basically, it's a TV director. He's done a couple of low-key sort of direct-to-DVD action movie kind of things. Really outdone himself with this one. This is set in Norway, but it's about an American family. Patriarch is Martin Starr from Silicon Valley. He's one of the teachers from the Marvel Spider-Man movies. And they inherit a house in Norway from the father's late uncle. Move over there to try and renovate it and turn it into an Airbnb, as you do. And no sooner have they arrived than the youngest son discovers, wouldn't you know it, there's something in the barn. So I've got a clip for you that's going to explain that something a lot better than I could. I'll let them take it away.
There's something in the barn.
What do you mean, something?
So what do you think happened?
Probably some kids.
Woo.
That's a barn elf.
Are they real?
Yes. First off, the barn elf doesn't like changes to the farm.
That looks good.
Secondly, he hates bright, artificial light.
What do you think?
And he hates loud noises.
Huh? Motion activated.
No! This is really bad.
You're in Norway now, okay? Nothing bad ever happens here.
Barn elf. Did I hear that right?
Barn elf.
Barn elf.
Barn elf.
And does this make it a Christmas movie? Because I heard some Christmas music there.
It is decidedly a Christmas film. It is best described as what if you combine National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Gremlins. It's the only way I can describe it. Mash those two together, that's what you've got. And it's absolutely manic and wild. I had a blast with it. It's not as good as Gremlins.
No.
But, nothing is.
Nothing. No.
Untouchable classic Gremlins. But this is pretty darn close. This is a good laugh.
Oh, that actually does sound great.
If it was the horror, there's horror stuff.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. As long as it's not that heavy horror music. That's what does my head in every single time. Now,
very jolly.
I got a question for you.
Go on.
Is Wonka a stonker or a clonker? Because
it's a stonker. Stonker it might be.
I have read so many reviews that say that it's terrible.
Yeah, but the average film critic is like 15 years older than me and lacks a sense of humour and usually a personality.
Oh, okay.
So, also a sense of joy. I had a blast. Most of the people, in fact, everyone I was with when we did the premiere for this last night had a good time as well. We all expected it to be absolute rubbish. We all did. We all admitted it. We went in expecting garbage. We came out charmed. Imagine Greatest Showman with Paddington vibes. That's what you get.
Ooh. There's an
so
interesting
it's obviously it's the origin story. It's how Wonka came to be. In this incarnation, he's young enough to be played by Timothée Chalamet. So he's what, like 20, 22, something like that. And this is him going to Paris to try and make his name as a chocolatier and finding himself going up against the confectionery cartel, the chocolatiers cartel, which are Slugworth, you'll know from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the villain in there, as well as Prodnose, and there's another one as well. And basically there are three, like, almost mafia-like chocolate makers who set out to ruin Wonka. But he's not alone. He has his friends, and he has the aid of Hugh Grant as Lofty, an Oompa Loompa, who has come hunting him because years ago, without realising, he stole their cocoa beans to make his chocolates, and Lofty wants his payback threefold. I've got a clip for you, and this is actually Hugh Grant as Lofty in this is his very first scene. This is how he's introduced, and he has been captured in a glass jar, which is why he sounds a bit echoey. So enjoy.
Now let me out of here. You have absolutely no right to go around embottling innocent strangers.
Innocent? Hold on, you've been stealing from me for years.
Well, you started it.
Me?
You stole our cocoa beans.
What are you talking about?
Do you mean that you don't even remember?
Remember what?
The day you destroyed my life.
No, I don't remember that.
Well then, young man, allow me to refresh your memory in the form of a song so ruinously catchy that it may never leave your mind.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop, see?
Hugh Grant, a posh English Oompa Loompa?
Yeah, and do you know what? He steals it. He only has like 3 scenes, and he absolutely steals the thing. It's between him and Olivia Colman, and the pair of them are just really swinging from the rafters, owning this. This is absolutely something that has been written by people who very clearly hold the Gene Wilder 70s version, and, just the entire Roald Dahl canon in very clear reverence. It massively goes out of its way to just pretend that the Tim Burton Johnny Depp one never existed, which is for the best.
Oh no, yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
There was a lot of controversy though, wasn't there, with Hugh Grant? He plays all the Oompa Loompas, right?
No, he plays one.
Just one? Oh, okay, so there's only one. But there was a lot of controversy about him being cast, wasn't there, as the Oompa Loompa?
There was that, and this is the eternal question of casting in films. Is it right? Is it not? In this case, he is a sort of exaggerated cartoon presence, so it kind of works.
Yeah.
But I mean, and also it is Hugh Grant doing what Hugh Grant does very, very well.
Well, do you know what? I used to absolutely loathe Hugh Grant. I thought I didn't rate him as an actor, not in his younger days, but he just gets better and better and better. And he
fine wine, isn't he? Fine wine.
Honestly, but his villains that he's been playing recently are out of this world. Genius. Brilliant.
I think we talked about Dungeons and Dragons,
didn't we?
A few months ago with him. Yeah. He's great in that as well. But this is the guys who made Paddington, so this is him reuniting with the sort of Paddington team, and obviously they knew how to make him work in Paddington 2, because amazing villain in there.
Yeah.
And here, absolutely stealing it as Lofty. It's a great supporting cast in there. Olivia Colman's in there. Basically anyone who was ever in Peep Show is in this. Anyone, even Big Suze, which makes me happy personally.
That is great. Yeah. No, okay, because I've read so much that saying this is empty as an Easter egg. It's just not worth seeing. But you're saying go for it. Go and see it.
I am saying this will be the big thing this Christmas.
Wow.
This will have the Greatest Showman effect. Remember how Greatest Showman came out in 2017? All but 2 critics in Britain absolutely could not wait to rag on it. I was one of the 2. And wouldn't you know it, over the Christmas holiday, a few weeks after it was released, all of a sudden there was a massive surge because word of mouth just led all the families.
Love that film. I could watch that over and over, and in fact I have. And we'll do it again. Now, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. Just the mere mention of Margot Robbie has one of my tech ops here. Just my Vision Mixer actually just melts.
Not Gosling.
No, not Gosling. No, but he's been trying to get me to do a phone in on Margot Robbie for a year and a half. But Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling to reunite for Oceans.
Yes, they're doing a movie. It's just called Oceans.
Not Oceans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's a prequel.
It's a prequel. This is a prequel to the whole Oceans canon. It's going to be set in, I think it's 1962. It's going to take place around the Monaco Grand Prix, and the pair of them, they are going to be the parents of George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. And this is how, them teaching their kids how to be con artists, etc. And this is the origin. It's going to be made by Jay Roach, who gave us the Austin Powers trilogy. All 3 of the Austin Powers.
So it's set in the 60s?
Set in 1962. Apparently, the vibe they're going for is they want to emulate the original Sinatra version of Ocean's 11, but also they're taking influence of things like Notorious and Hitchcock movies. They want to invoke that. So I'm all on board for this. This was rumoured.
I'm for that. I'm really looking forward to that. Sir Nicholas Cage, I think you've given him the sir.
I have given him the sir.
You've given him the sir.
He owns castles.
The world's greatest living actor or the world's worst actor. I think that debate is still out there.
They're interchangeable.
He may have 3 or 4. In fact, he's both at the same time, isn't he? I think. He may have 3 or 4 movies left in him. I mean, I love a Nicolas Cage movie. As you would know, I mean, obviously.
You and I we've geeked out on Cage before. We've got that Cage on before.
Yeah.
I will say, if Nicolas Cage says that he's only got 3 or 4 movies left in him, for a normal actor, that's like 3 years. For Nicolas Cage, that's a fortnight.
That's a couple of weeks.
So, yeah, it's a couple of weeks if you're Nicolas Cage. But he has said it's because he has just turned 60. His own father passed away when he was 17. He said, I want to spend time with my family. I want to be home more. I've done a lot of what I set out to do in film. He's now looking into streaming shows. Streaming apparently is where he wants to go. He wants his own Breaking Bad, apparently. So we may actually see Nicolas Cage on telly.
Excellent. I'd love that. Van Connor. Brilliant. We're excited.
Pleasure as always.
Thank you so much. Van Connor there, film critic, taking us through. So Wonka, go and see it. And There's Something in the Barn sounds great as well. Stay with us. There's more to come.